This could also be.
Hello. Thank you for joining me today. Um, so much to bring you up to date with. Um, Thank you again for joining my channel. This is about being an activist. What we do to show ourselves self love, self care when we're dealing with our daily struggles of stress and chaos of the world. Um, Thank you again for joining me. My name is Francine Desaya. I am the founder of Guiding Light Community Foundation based here in Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm also a mental health provider. Do a lot of my casework virtual. And I'm a volunteer with a couple of organizations that are already making an impact within our community and the world right now. So one of them is Red Cross, and the second one is Almost There Mom and Pup Rescue. So dogs, I enjoy dogs. Very loving, they've been abandoned and abused and neglected and things like that. So they also need love. They also need support. With that being said, um, again, thank you. I bought this new little kind of mic setup for my live broadcast here today. I'm usually on podcasting at night, away from all the heat and the chaos of the world. So I can think better, I focus better, especially when I'm, with the Holy Spirit and have His guidance and their assistance. But again, today's topic um, is, what we do for self care and self love. Um, my self love and self care is basically, working out, staying in meditation state and mode, and praying. I enjoy reading my Bible verse and my Bible verses. Excuse that painting in the background. It was for it was a little bit of scribble for a photo shoot that I was doing for my foundation business cards, and it was actually the back of me kind of. But anyway, and I was just kind of painting whatever it was kind of quick like. But anyways, for those of you tuning in, thank you again for joining my podcast, for joining this channel. Um, Please, if you have anything that you'd like to add, there's a lot of things that, especially women, we carry on a daily that, we don't talk about. I, for one, hide it very well, um, especially when I have negative energy being thrown at me spiritually. So it's a lot. So it's draining, especially when you have to deal with not only your own personal, your business, getting things done, getting things paid, staying on track, making sure, again, the bills are paid and your kids are taken care of. So I have an 18-year-old that is graduating this Wednesday. So congratulations to my baby. It's very special to us and our family. Um, so um, anyway, meditation, and I'm reading this new book called Draw the Circle. So if anybody is very spiritual and doesn't, they do a lot of journaling as far as their self care, their daily self care and self love. Journaling helps me. It helps me just get everything out on paper. And it helps me go back to recognize, what a week I've had, what a day I've had, what I can do better, what I can change, right? The toxic behaviors and or responses that being in a vessel, in a human vessel, being conditioned to what we're used to, right? Be complacent with those things. But we have to make sure that we set our boundaries, healthy boundaries, right? No matter who it is, friends, relationships, workships, boyfriendships, whatever it may be. We need to make sure we have those healthy boundaries. Um, it's I've been, just kind of debating, doing a lot of research, really wanting to have a fundraising event with vendors and artists. This will be the fourth one. In the last couple of years, I've had three. Okay. And most of them, I find that people tend to just come to take. We have a lot of giveaways, we have raffle drawings, and, we share ideas, share our stories, but nobody wants to give back. Why? Why is that? Is it not not what you're on? It's not your mission as well? What? I don't know. But anyway, I enjoy helping people. It's part of my passion. It's part of my calling. And I am a mental health provider as well. So, taking on multiple people's, personalities, their behaviors, it is very much draining. Then I have to deal with what? With my own kids, with, managed supervisors, clinical managers, clinical supervisors, and things like that when in dealing with facilities that hire me as an independent contractor. Um, it's a lot. Okay. So for me, I like to sit in nature, just kind of relax and, meditate, just kind of clear my mind, set my mind at ease, walk, talk to our Holy Spirit, um, things like that. So if you're just joining us here today, please put in your comments. What would you like to discuss? Any topics in the near future that you would like to tap into? I'm definitely open to suggestions, um, and we'll go from there. Uh, I am powerful. I am fierce. I am strong. I am love. I am peace. And I am abundant. And God's child, we all are. So, with that being said, Father, thank you so much for bringing us here today. Thank you for another beautiful day that you have given us the opportunity to see, to move forward, to make the changes that we need in life on a daily, to grow and to evolve versus being stagnant, how to be successful in sharing our stories that can help individuals that we never know who are really helping by sharing our stories. So thus this channel. This would be the opportunity for us to share our stories, tell us a little bit about our experience in life, and just kind of sharing where we are and where we are today, and how we got to know what we know, being in our experience in our travels. Okay, so that is something definitely I would like to hear. I enjoy hearing stories. Just being authentic with it, and sharing any resources, being a support system, especially to the women out there who actually carry a lot, which a lot of males do not understand, husbands, boyfriends, whatever it may be. They do not understand the weight of the world that we carry upon our shoulders. They will never understand. They will never comprehend. They can relate maybe if they've dealt with some similar situations or challenges, but our goal is to for connection through authenticity and transparency, being honest, being yourself, being genuine, no judgment zone, being able to to trust in who you're sharing your story with. Now, so diverse that we are open. For me, I am open to sharing myself and sharing my story with all of God's children, all of God's creations, whether brown, yellow, etc. You know what I mean? So our worldview, so helping each other understand how we've come to know what we know, right? A lot of people will not understand. Sometimes they're just narrow-minded. Like I had a lady yesterday. I went to, which she just gave herself away, but she was a salon owner, and basically talking about herself, talking about how I'm only very narrow-minded. I'm narrow-minded, but at least she recognized that in herself. But it was not attractive to me, or was it something that I called her on, but she basically admitted to herself that she was lazy, things like this. But I will not be going back to her. It was my second time, and both times she was very belittling to her employees, just entitlement. She had this entitlement attitude, demeanor about her that was just, it was seeping through her pores, and it was just draining for me, and I was not happy at the end, but with the conversation and with the attitude of the lady that cut my hair. But anyway, mutuality. So redefining help as a co-learning and growing process. This is where we all come together. Again, we share our stories, share our resources, be a support system, recognize, where we're at. We meet people where they're at. And if we're on a higher, vibration or level, a spiritual level, then that's okay. But we need to continue. We cannot wait for anybody. We cannot wait for anyone to get open-minded and expand their mindset, and leave behind the toxic and unhealthy behaviors. We are not to wait on them. We are to keep pushing forward, okay, and creating a positive reality for ourselves, and walking with God and without fear in our hearts. Because I do not walk with fear in my heart. Thus, I have not caught the COVID-19 in 3 years, okay? And all my kids have gotten it. They've been sick. They've had it more than once. They've had it twice, 2, 3 times, and I have not had it, not one time. Yes, I've been sick, tested, and was negative. So anyway, moving, now we're all moving where we're moving toward, right? We're helping each other move towards what we want instead of away from what we don't want. So it's always talking about the future, right? Moving forward, leaving the past in the past, recognizing the lessons that we learned from the past, redirecting, right, our energies, our attitudes, our love, our nurturing, and who needs it, right? Again, just moving towards what we want instead of away from the not so good of what we don't want to come. Because we're just speaking it into reality. We're just speaking into the universe. And the more we talk about how people, think that, they're a piece of whatever, and saying it out loud, we're still putting it out there. We're still putting it out there, and we're bringing that energy towards us and around us. So think about that. Think before you speak, because we speak our reality. Okay, we create our reality and we speak it into fruition. Okay. So for me, gardening, one of the things I'd really like to do is come together with some organizations within our community, to develop a community garden where we can, come together, bring unity, share our stories, help each other grow and actually plant veggies and fruit to share amongst our people within our community, right? Okay. Which we also want to create a structure that is a safe and secure place to create and cultivate all in one spot, which would be a nature positive environment. Because environment impacts, it has definitely a big and huge impact on how we feel about ourselves, our emotions, our mentality, all of that. So this is just a little bit of what I have going on. I have a PowerPoint here with it's my business plan. Yes, that's me. And that is the plot the Guiding Light Community Foundation plot where we grow veggies and fruit and we share within our community. Okay. These are our group classes and workshops that we've also had at that same community garden, which I would like to definitely bring and make and create a bigger community garden for all of us. Discussing and working on 8 Dimensions of Wellness by SAMHSA, which is the environmental good health by occupying pleasant, stimulating environments that support well-being. That would be the environment, which is a nature positive environment. Now it'll affect our emotional state, coping effectively with life and creating satisfying relationships. That's, interaction. Financial, this is where we come in and we teach each other, occupational skills. We share our stories and we help other people learn about other things that they probably didn't even cross paths with or do or even think of doing, right? So satisfaction with current and future financial situations, being in a tiny home, sustainable living environment. It'll also help socialize, right? Bringing developing a sense of connection, belonging, and a well-developed support system within that sustainable living environment. So tiny home village community is the goal for, to continue on with the, daily self-care and self-love. Spiritual, definitely expanding our sense of purpose and meaning in life. Occupational would be personal satisfaction and enrichment derived from one's work, right? Also physical, definitely is going to impact our physical by eating better because we're planting and growing our own veggies and our fruit, so a better food source, right? Recognizing the need for physical activity, diet, sleep, and nutrition. That's where this will all come together. And finally, the mind, the intellectual part of it. Recognizing creative abilities that we have and finding ways to expand knowledge and skills, but while creating our sustainable living environment as a community as a whole. So Guiding Light, again, like Guiding Light Community Foundation is the nonprofit we've established back in May of 2021. We've been very active within our communities and learned a lot in the process of growth. So I pray every day. I have a prayer journal and a regular journal that I keep track of, and I pray every morning. My son is graduating on Wednesday, so once that happens, I will be probably relocating. So so if anybody has any land, anybody who knows someone who is interested in a community garden, tiny home sustainable living environment, please shoot them my way. I have plenty of ideas and that will help not only just myself, but it will help, again, our community. Okay. Improving the quality of life through creative healing. That is my motto. It's what I live by. And that's what I implement in my daily chores and practice in helping those that are struggling with any mental chaos and substance abuse. It's kind of intertwined because one without the other, it's just not possible unless you're sober and you're in a sober living process. Then one bad habit leads to another. I've noticed it's a lot of the cigarette smoking is the backup, because everything else is a gateway to the cigarette smoking. So come on now, people. It's not cannabis. Cannabis is a healing element. Please do your research before you mock, judge anyone that smokes cannabis. It's medicinal. So do your research before you say anything about that. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Just do your thing, do your research. But again, I'm working on and organizing a fundraising charity event I was planning for this month, Mental Health Awareness Month, and Women Strong. Women's what is it? Women's Day, Women's something month. But anyway, definitely for Mental Health Awareness Month. That is not going to happen. The venue is booked for the weekend that I wanted, which was this weekend. No, not this weekend. Yeah, this weekend. It's the 21st already. Sheesh. Anyway, please call in, email me, direct call, and I will put my phone number and email in the chat. You can reach me directly. And email is guiding light community foundation FNDTN at gmail.com. Please check out my website at guidinglight.wixsite.com/guiding-light-community. Boom. Okay, so check it out. Check out our mission and our goals here within the community. I reached out to some big names in the last week, requesting donation requests, things like that. So I'll keep you posted on how that goes. Again, I am accepting physical donations here at my location, at my outpatient clinic here in Scottsdale, 6730 East McDowell Road, Cross Street, 68th Street in McDowell, Suite 106, Guiding Light Community Foundation. Okay? If you have any questions, any comments, any donations, I also have a QR code. If it's monetary donations, we would gladly accept that as well, and we do appreciate that. The clothing, anything donated, physical product, it definitely goes back out to those struggling out here with homelessness. Hygiene kits, clothing, shoes, hats, whatever it may be, whatever you'd like to donate. And if you need a tax deductible receipt, I got that. Just hit me up on the email or the website, and I can send you over a tax deductible receipt. Excuse me. Okay, so again, thank you for joining my channel tonight, and I will see. Actually, today, I thought today was Saturday. It's Sunday, and tomorrow is Monday. I keep losing track. I've been doing too much, trying to gather some things, organize, and get rid of some stuff, and just trying to be prepared for this big day coming for my son, and for a big decision that I need to make come Wednesday. So thank you again for joining me. It's been a pleasure. Please, whatever you'd like to send or the next topic on our next discussion, please put that in the chat, and I will go back and take a look at it, and we'll definitely make sure that we touch on those topics. Okay? So I'll see you again tonight. Please be in peace and not in pieces. Thank you.